bitfuzer가 무료 배포 중입니다. 약 4만원 꿀템이에요. 기간 한정 내 받으면 평생 무료 사용 가능합니다. 필터, 오버 샘플링 등을 활용해 사운드에 캐릭터를 줄 수 있어요. 시티팝, 로파이, 붐백 등 빈티지한 장르에 쓰기 좋습니다. 조작도 간단해 초보분들이 쓰기 좋아요. 베이스 드럼 등에 쓰면 꿀입니다. 다운받는 법은 회원가입 후 개포, 프리를 눌러 받으면 됩니다.
Let's just loop this one bar. Let me add some EQ. And now let's go to parallel mode and add a bit more of the dry signal. This is just the dry. This is with the wet. Let's add some master filter.
리틀 알터보이가 50% 할인 중입니다. 반값 할인이요. 사운드 토이즈 연말 할인이 떴습니다. 전 제품 할인에 들어갔어요. 알터보이는 보컬 미신 꿀템입니다. 간단한 조작으로 유니크한 사운드 디자인이 가능해요. 성능이 좋아서 국내에 많은 프로듀서분들이 즐겨 사용합니다. 사운드 토이즈 연말 할인이 최대 73% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Or this.
We don't care about anything.
And what's also really dope to do with this knob is to automate the format, so you get a kind of effect like this.
We don't care about anything.
Then this link button over here just links the two knobs together, so when the pitch goes 12 up, the format goes the same. In the middle of this plugin there's this mode box where you can choose which mode you want. Let's start off with quantize. The quantize function doesn't really do a big change to the sound, but it gives it a kind of auto-tune effect.
We don't care about anything.
And I think this is really dope to use in hip-hop tracks to have a slight auto-tune, but it also makes it sound more robotic. Speaking about robotic, there's also the last one called robot, which makes the vocal stay on one note.
We don't care about anything. We don't care about anything.
Then for the last section, which is the drive and the mix, I'm going to use another acapella I found on Splice, which sounds like this.
UAD Essentials Edition이 83% 할인 중입니다. 플러그인 11개 묶음이에요. 하드웨어 제한 없이 누구나 쓸 수 있습니다. UAD 5인패가 없어도 가능해요. 믹마에 필요한 EQ 컴프 등이 들어있습니다. 초보분들의 강추하는 패키지예요. 사용법도 간단하고 사운드 결과물도 뛰어납니다. UAD 번들 연말 할인이 최대 90% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
I immediately hear a bit of saturation due to the preamp and the snare. Check it out. Cleaner. Probably the kick drum as well. So let's okay. Great. And let's use the compressor. Yeah. Right? Super cool compressor with just one knob.
스케일러 2가 16% 할인 중입니다. 레알 코드 꿀템이에요. 코드 진행을 쉽고 빠르게 만들 수 있습니다. 각 장르, 스타일별로 정리되어 있어 세팅을 고른 후 건반만 누르면 코드 진행을 쉽고 빠르게 만들 수 있어요. 허상한 공부와 병행하는 걸 추천드립니다. 코드 따는 기능도 들어있어 꿀이에요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Yeah, one of the brilliant new features for me in Scalar 2 are expressions. And they're basically what we did is we went out to a bunch of pianists and musicians and we asked them how they would play a chord. We then extrapolated that information and came up with ways to be able to apply those performances to whichever chord you were triggering. Let me give you a demonstration. Just call up the C minor scale. I'm going to bind it here to keep this nice and simple. Yep, great. And now I'm going to turn on performances. So you can see that when I turn on expressions here, I have in this menu here, I can go to performances, phrases and rhythms. We've categorized everything into adagio, espressivo, moderato and vivace, and for phrases, con amore, con fuoco, con moto, con spirito. Now, you don't need to know Italian musical terms, but roughly they're basically indicating slowest and mellowest to liveliest and fastest. That's how we've categorized everything. So here we go. I'm just going to play that straight C minor chord with that performance on.
29달러 할리데이 번들이 95% 할인 중입니다. 역대급 할인이에요. 플러그인 11개 약 3.5기가 샘플이 들어있습니다. 초보분들이 처음 시작할 때 쓰기 좋은 악기와 샘플이 많아요. 힙합 R&B는 물론 시티팝, 로파, EDM 등 다양한 장르에 사용 가능합니다. 구매 시 꿀템을 추가로 한 개 더 받을 수 있어요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
And it already sounds phenomenal, but let's just switch up the delay here.
Niggas I like it, boom bum 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 bye. And niggas I like it, boom bum 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 bye. And niggas.
So I'm really digging the space delay. It's a little bit dull on the high frequencies. That's what I want, but I'm actually going to roll off a little bit more.
Niggas I like it, boom bum 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 bye. And
Cool. And that's all I'm going to do right here with repeater. So where the tip comes in is on this return track, we want to sidechain that delay signal to the source signal. And that's going to clear up, especially on something like vocals. The vocal needs to stand out and be absolutely clear. And right now we have a vocal conflicting with itself because those delay lines are the same vocal. It's got a bunch of frequency content in the same range. It's adding, it's causing phasing issues. It's doing all kinds of problems we don't want. So we're going to sidechain that signal. So what I'm going to do is jump into audio effects, just use Ableton Live's compressor here. I'm going to come in, sidechain from the vocal. Boom. I'm going to pull down that threshold. I'm going to crank up that ratio. I'll pull the attack time way down, and I'm going to pull down the release fairly conservative.
RX10 엘레멘츠가 60% 할인 중입니다. 잡음 제거 종결자예요. 라이트한 버전이라 초보분들이 쓰기 좋습니다. 악기의 블루와 버튼만 누르면 최적화된 사운드를 만들어줘요. 추가 변형에 본인 곡에 알맞게 사용하면 됩니다. RX10 연말 할인이 최대 75% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
RX to analyze your audio and provide solutions that quickly correct the most common issues. Get the same tools the pros use at an unbelievable price. Let's hear exactly what it can do to a piece of damaged audio when machine learning is employed to tackle the issues.
why so quiet? What are you thinking about? Why so quiet? Why don't you put your phone down? Why so quiet? What are you thinking about? Why so quiet? Why don't you put your phone down?
Get our